Rob, what is our second main topic today?
John, it comes to us from Phan V or Phan V. Good morning, John and crew. I just read something that made me do a double take. There's a story that Hocus Pocus 2 has just become the biggest movie premiere on Disney Plus ever. It beat out Black Widow, Luca, Soul, and everything else they've put out so far. I was really surprised by this because I don't personally know anyone who has watched it yet. Do you think the reports are real? Thanks.
Well, Phan, first of all, the reports are real. I mean, I found out about this because Disney themselves sent out a press release and confirmed all that information. It is the number one thing. And I'll tell you what, listen, 9 times out of 10, movies generally do and perform the way we kind of expect them to. But every once in a while, something comes out, blows the doors off, and leaves us going, wait a minute, that? And apparently, yes, Hocus Pocus 2 is the biggest debut of an original movie for Disney Plus that they've ever had. Now, they haven't been around a long time, but let's put that in context. Take a look at this. So we've got Hocus Pocus 2, and these are just some of the movies that have also been Disney Plus debuts. Look at a couple of Pixar outings there. Soul and Luca. Family. Pixar. Movies on Disney Plus. It outdid both of those. A really super popular movie in Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers that I still have not watched. Like everybody's still mad at me for that, but people love that movie. Whatever. You had Tom Hanks in Pinocchio. Wah, wah. But still, people had to watch it to know it was terrible. And so it did that. What I think is the best movie the best original Disney Plus movie. It was not meant to be an original Disney Plus movie, but they just dumped it on Disney Plus. Whatever. Turning Red. It outdid Turning Red. And probably most shockingly, although it also did have a theatrical run and whatever on digital, but outdoing a Marvel film in Black Widow. You look at this graphic, that's got, like you said, Phan, I think you said made you do a double take. This will make you do a double take. Because honestly, if you had shown me this graphic a couple of weeks ago and said, order which ones of these would be the biggest debut on Disney Plus, I'm not going to lie. I could lie to you and tell you, yes, I would have known that it would have been Hocus Pocus 2. I would have put that in the number one slot. No, I'm going to be honest with you. If you had just shown me this list with these movies, I would have put it last. So, yeah, color me shocked. I think I think a lot of people underestimated how much nostalgia factor there were for a lot of parents with when they remember watching Hocus Pocus and they wanted to watch the new one. They wanted to show their kids the new one. So, yeah, I think this is kind of stunning, to be honest with you. Rob, you saw this. What do you make of it?
Well, first of all, there's more subscribers for Disney Plus now
than
there
were before. Yeah,
you know, because like with Black Widow, I bet there's twice as many subscribers now as there was when Black Widow.
It's not double, but there are more.
Yeah. There are more. So that's a factor. But it does not surprise me because one, this film has both adults and probably kids wanting to see it because there's a big nostalgia factor with this. That, I mean, look.
By the way, their costumes, they don't look like they've aged a day.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would say something like this. My mom would be interested in this. My mom could care less about Black Widow.
Right.
So I think that specifically the Disney Plus audience, this is made for the whole family. You know, whereas my mom could care less about certain Pixar movies and stuff. But this, I could see the entire family sitting down and watching this. That's why I think it probably, grandma can watch this. You know, so that's why I think what happened was a lot of people sat down together, looking forward to this nostalgia factor, bringing these 3 actresses back. It doesn't surprise me it was as successful as it was.
Now, when in the worlds of streaming, it's always a little precarious because every streamer, it's not like cable television where Nielsen, they tell you exactly what is, same standard across the board. Streamers all have their own like convoluted and rigged system to report their numbers because they're not publicly available unless they make them. And so certain streamers count it as 7 minutes equals a view. If somebody watches a show for 7 minutes, that equals, some do a count. Now, Disney Plus's metric on this, what their measurement for this was by declaring Hocus Pocus 2 their biggest debut ever, is number of hours watched in the first 3 days. So that's their, and honestly, that's a pretty good criteria. That's a better criteria than, say, I think one of Netflix's was 10 minutes equals a view or something like that.
Yeah.
I like that. The total number of hours over 3 days, that's not a bad little metric. So it's pretty good. But yeah, Color Me is being very, very surprised. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? More than 2 Pixar films turning red, Chip and Dale, Black Widow. No, Hocus Pocus 2 is the biggest debut ever for an original film on Disney+. Does that surprise you? I'm not going to lie to you. It shocked me. Whatever you guys thought, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, MeUndies. Now, guys, I admit for all my life, I have been a low quality underwear wearing kind of guy. I always just got the cheapest pack of underwear I could find because I never really thought about it. Well, that all changed when I started wearing MeUndies. They are simply the softest and most comfortable underwear I have ever owned, and I will never go back. And guys, spooky season is here, and so is the latest Halloween collection by MeUndies. Warning though, it's scary soft. MeUndies is back with a new limited edition prints like Jack Attack, No Body Like You, and Spell It Out. So go on and grab undies, socks, bralettes, and more made from their feels like you have nothing on micromodal fabric. And if you need a last-minute costume, be lazy and transform into a spooky skeleton with their loungewear set, Lazy Bones. Guys, the scary soft hype is real. If you're not impressed with MeUndies, your first pair is on us. That's a promise. To get 20% off your first order and free standard shipping on US orders, go to MeUndies.com/Campea. That's MeUndies.com/Campea.